Northwest Outward Bound School is about so much more than outdoor adventure. It's about the connection that students make with each other and the deeper connection they make within themselves. Our students challenge themselves, and the challenge is not just to push their physical limits. The challenge is within. On course, students face the unknown and learn the skills: perseverance, self-awareness, compassion, skills that prepare them to develop and lead inclusive and resilient communities.
Last night was actually my first time sleeping in a tarp, and also outside, and also in a sleeping bag. And then today was my first dip in the Pacific Ocean. I figured if I'm gonna do something totally outside my comfort zone, I may as well do it to the extreme.
It's a whole new experience for me, so I think I'm gonna see a side of myself I never have seen before and push myself in places I've never pushed myself before.
I've been interested in doing a program like this for a while, and this is such a big change for 21 days from living in like the biggest city in the US to then coming here where there's gonna be certain days where we're camping on islands where no one lives and we'll be in the woods hundreds of miles from the nearest person. So that brings along a wave of just like scared of the unknown.
The journey for each group of students is different. They will get to know each other. They'll start to form a community together.
I hope that our students are pushed in ways that help them discover who they are and their beliefs and how they show up in this world, as well as what they can do for themselves, for each other, and for their greater communities.
A reason I find myself coming to Outward Bound a lot is tons of emphasis is put on building communities.
We see a change in them from the course start to course end, and students see that change in themselves. They feel it.
We're taking these people who live lives that are completely different than what we do for 22 days, and we're asking you to be so vulnerable. But I think that in that vulnerability is where the growth and the change happens.
Outward Bound's mission is to change lives through challenge and discovery. Every student is challenged very differently on this course. For some of them, it's a physical challenge. Others, it is a social challenge, and others find very deep and meaningful challenge within their own personal growth points.
I think I got more independent throughout the 3 weeks. Being in a new environment and the instructors letting us gain more independence as we continued through every day, I was able to learn new things and then do them myself.
I think there were a lot of moments in this course that I really just thought were impossible, certain rock climbs, certain currents, but once I really put my mind and head into it and really was very determined, I was able to get it all done. So I think just for me moving forward, I feel like I can face any challenge I have, whether that's in college or later on in life.
I think my favorite part of the course was putting yourself out there in a place to be vulnerable and meeting new people that I didn't think I'd be this close with, considering on the first day you're strangers, and then over the next 22 days you become like a little family.
Outward Bound empowers students to succeed beyond course, in their relationships, their community, and throughout their lives.
It's pretty amazing to be able to see that firsthand transition from participant to student to leader, really. They come out of the field as leaders.
I really blossomed into someone who has a really strong voice in the group and someone who is really a leader. And as someone who wasn't like that for most of my life, having to balance that with being well, now that I am one of the louder voices, I should be empathetic and think of the quieter voices and what they want and try to advocate for maybe some of the people who don't have such an easy time speaking up.
Outward Bound gives students the skills and confidence to thrive in their relationships and to connect with their peers in a meaningful way. Going through an Outward Bound experience, you realize that with your crew, you can truly accomplish anything. You can meet any challenge that comes your way. Our students take that confidence home with them and back to their community.
I feel like I could literally do anything because I've done so much hard stuff over these past few weeks.
I think there's a reason that you do this course, and it's not to work out a lot. It's to find yourself.